When do you think it's most dangerous driving in rain or snow? Like deep in the storm?
You'd think so, wouldn't you? But actually, the riskiest time is right at the beginning, the first few minutes.
Really? Why is that?
Well, think about all the oil and grime that builds up on the road, right?
Mhm.
That first bit of rain or snow mixes with all that stuff and creates this incredibly slick film. It's actually much slipperier than later on when it's been washed away a bit.
Huh. So the initial moments are the ones to really watch out for.
Precisely. That oily film is the key.
Good to know. Okay, let's switch gears. Hand signals. That old school, maybe.
Ha, yeah, you don't see them tons, but they're still important. What if your indicators fail?
True. Quick refresher?
Sure. Super simple, really. Left turn, left arm straight out,
Okay.
stop or slowing down, left arm pointing down,
Got it.
and a right turn. Left arm up, bent at a right angle, like an L shape.
Easy enough. Could definitely be useful in a pinch.
Oh,
Now, four-way stops.
oh boy. The source of much hesitation.
Right, we've all done that little dance.
Who goes first? What's the actual rule?
Okay, simplest rule. First car to get there goes first. That's the baseline.
But what if two cars arrive, like at the exact same moment?
Yeah, that's where it gets slightly more complex. Let's say one's going straight, the other's turning left.
Okay.
The car turning left must yield to the car going straight.
Right, so straight traffic has priority over that left turn if you both get there together.
Exactly. Otherwise, it's first come, first served. Makes sense. Okay, here's a scenario. Steep, narrow road. Two cars meet. Not much room. Who yields?
This one's about physics, really, and safety. The vehicle facing downhill has to yield, usually by backing up.
But who yields? Why is that?
It's just, well, it's much easier for the driver going uphill to stop and hold their position on a slope.
I see.
Trying to stop and control a car rolling backward downhill is way harder. So the downhill driver backs up to let the uphill driver pass safely.
That's really practical. Good one to remember. All right, school buses. Big yellow buses flashing red lights. We all know to stop, but is it always? Like on a divided highway?
Good question. There's a key exception. If you're on a divided highway, meaning there's a physical median like grass or a barrier
Yeah.
between you and the bus, and the bus is on the other side with its red lights flashing,
Then what?
you actually do not need to stop in that specific case.
Okay, that's important. Knowing that could prevent someone from slamming on their brakes unnecessarily.
Definitely. And avoids confusion.
All right. Light rail. More and more cities have them. Sharing the road needs care. What are the big don'ts?
Number one rule, never, ever turn in front of an approaching light rail vehicle. They're on tracks, they can't swerve.
Right, and they're heavy.
Exactly. They take a long time to stop. Also, always look both ways and make sure the tracks are completely clear before you cross. Don't just glance.
Solid advice. Okay, road markings. Those double solid yellow lines down the middle of the road. What's the absolute rule?
Simple.
Ah.
No passing from either direction.
But can you ever cross them?
Yes, there's one specific exception. You can cross double solid yellow lines to make a left turn into or out of a road, like into a driveway or a side street.
Okay, so no overtaking, but turning across is fine.
Correct.
What about left turns on a red light? That sounds wrong. Is it ever allowed?
It feels wrong, yeah, but there's one very specific scenario.
Okay.
You can turn left on red only if you're going from a one-way street onto another one-way street.
One way to one way.
Yes. Yeah. And you have to treat it like a stop sign first. Complete stop, yield to everyone, then go when it's safe.
That's a niche one, but good to know it exists. Okay, shifting to driver awareness. Looking ahead, how far should we really be scanning?
The general advice is to look about 10 to 15 seconds ahead of your vehicle.
10 to 15 seconds, that sounds like quite far.
It gives you time to see problems developing, someone braking suddenly, a pedestrian, whatever it might be, and react smoothly. It's your safety buffer.
Okay, that makes sense. Building in reaction time. What about night driving? Oncoming headlight glare can be awful.
It really can. Blinding.
What's the safe way to handle that? Don't stare into the lights, obviously.
Right. The trick is to look away from the oncoming lights and focus on the right edge of your lane. Use the white line on the right side of the road as your guide.
Focus on the right edge line.
Yep. It helps you stay in your lane without getting blinded until the car passes. Protects your night vision too.
Smart. Okay, let's talk big vehicles. Trucks, buses, the no zone. What is that exactly?
The no zone is basically shorthand for the big blind spots around large trucks and buses.
Blind spots, got it.
And they are huge, much bigger than in your car. Sides, front, and especially behind.
So the danger is?
If you're driving in one of those zones, The truck driver literally might not be able to see you at all. So rule is stay out of the no zone. Make sure they can see you.
Really important. Be visible. When are these big trucks most, let's say, vulnerable or tricky to be around?
They often struggle most going up long, steep hills.
Because of the weight.
Yeah, exactly. They lose speed, sometimes quite a bit. So you need to be patient. Don't tailgate. Don't try to zip past them without plenty of room. Give them space.
Patience again. Seems to be a theme. Okay, what about motorcyclists and bicyclists? How does the law see them?
Legally speaking, they are considered vehicles, just like cars.
So they have all the same rights.
And responsibilities. Exactly. Give them the space, look out for them, treat them like any other vehicle on the road. They're much more vulnerable, obviously.
Absolutely. Good reminder. Let's tackle parking. Hills. With curbs. How do you angle the wheels? It always confuses me.
Okay, let's break it down. Parking downhill with a curb.
Downhill curb. Yes.
Turn your wheels towards the curb. Think. Towards.
Down. Towards the curb. Okay.
That way, if the brakes fail, the tire hits the curb and stops the car.
Makes sense. What about uphill with a curb?
Uphill, you turn your wheels away from the curb. Think up and
Away from the curb, right.
So if it rolls back, the front wheel rolls back into the curb.
Ah.
Same principle, using the curb as a block.
Got it. Downhill towards, uphill away.
Okay.
Painted curbs. Quick rundown. White.
White is usually for brief stops.
Yeah.
Picking up, dropping off people or mail. Short term.
Okay. Green.
Green means limited time parking. There'll usually be a sign saying how long, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever.
Yellow.
Yellow is typically for loading and unloading. Passengers or freight. Active loading, not just parking. Usually no stopping otherwise.
And red. Pretty clear, I guess.
Red is the universal nope. No stopping, no standing, no parking, ever. Keep it clear. Usually for safety or access, like fire hydrants.
Good recap.
Okay.
Handicap parking spaces. Who can actually use them? Is it about who owns the car?
No, it's not about the car ownership at all. It's about the person.
Right.
The vehicle has to display a valid handicap placard or plate, and the person that placard or plate was issued to must be in the car, either driving or as a passenger when you park there.
Clear. It's tied to the person with the disability. Okay, besides red curbs, where else is parking just flat out forbidden?
Oh, several places. Definitely no parking on a bridge or an overpass or in a tunnel.
Right, obviously dangerous.
Also, never block a driveway. Common sense,
Okay.
but needs saying.
Yeah.
And you need to stay clear of fire hydrants. Usually the rule is about 15 feet.
15 feet. Okay.
Got to give emergency services access. And yeah, red curbs we mentioned. Basically anywhere that would block traffic or access.
Makes total sense. Okay, responsible driving habits. Cell phones. Ringing. No hands-free. What's the absolute safest move?
But let it go to voicemail. Honestly.
Just ignore it.
Yeah. Trying to grab it, answer it, dial. It takes your eyes and mind off the road.
Yeah.
It's just not worth the risk. Pull over later if it's urgent.
Solid advice. Distraction is deadly. Okay, curves. Taking a bend in the road, what's the key technique?
The absolute key is to slow down before you get into the curve.
Before, not during.
Exactly. Get your speed right, then steer smoothly through. If you break on the curve, you can upset the car's balance, maybe lose grip. Not good.
Slow down first. Got it. What if the worst happens on a wet road hydroplaning? That feeling where the tires lose grip?
Yeah, scary feeling. Your tires are basically surfing on the water.
What do you do instantly?
Ease your foot off the gas
Yeah.
gently. Don't slam on the brakes. Don't jerk the steering wheel. Smooth and steady. Let the car slow down naturally.
Ease off the gas, okay? And if you do go into a full skid, car sliding,
Okay, skid control, number one, stay calm. Then look where you want the car to go and gently steer in that same direction.
steer into the skid.
Yeah, that's the phrase people use. If the back end slides right, you steer gently right. If it slides left, steer gently left. Smooth corrections and ease off the pedals.
Smoothness seems key in emergencies.
Absolutely. Panic reactions make things worse. Okay, final one. Locked wheel skid, where the wheels just stop turning.
That sounds terrifying.
It can be. Again, ease off the gas. If the brakes are locked, take your foot off the brake briefly. This lets the wheels start rotating again.
Get them rolling again.
Right. As soon as they start rolling, you should regain some steering control. Straighten the wheel as the car straightens out. Then you can gently brake again if needed.
Wow. Okay. That is a lot of crucial information we just covered. Everything from like that first slickness of rain to handling skids.
Yeah, it really covers the spectrum, doesn't it? Basic rules, emergency maneuvers.
It really underlines how much knowledge goes into just driving safely every day. It's not just point A to point B.
Absolutely. And, when you really grasp these rules, these fundamentals, it makes the whole driving experience safer and more predictable for everyone, not just you.
That's true. It creates a shared understanding.
Which makes you think, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What other parts of life, maybe everyday interactions, or I don't know, even managing your finances,
Right.
could really benefit from focusing just a bit more on understanding the core foundational principles?
That's a great point. Where else could getting back to basics make things run a lot smoother? Definitely something to chew on.